Good morning. Megan Mitchell here, October 27th. Forgive me for making this video in the dark. It is raining, dreary. I'm driving, but I wanted to go ahead and make it because I wanted to bring my perspective to the recent website that we've been blessed to see a little glimpse of, Victory with Ash. And what I love is that we have such a wide-ranged community. We have so much diversity, people from all over the world. So even though we're all talking about the same things, we are sharing our unique perspectives. It's really cool to think of how diverse this community is. We have, people all over the United States. We have people all over. We have Narelle, beautiful Narelle from Australia. We have Red, the chef from the UK. Red always makes me think that he belongs in a Bond movie when I listen to him. And Minu and Jean and all of the people here in the United States. We have people in Africa, with just a really, really broad, diverse community. So when people are discussing their reactions, they're bringing so much to the table. They're bringing so many different views to the table. And what I wanted to comment on is my reaction to the website. Of course, it's beautiful. Of course, it's smooth, and it's very user-friendly, which is important. Ash has promised to us that it would be very user-friendly, anything he creates or anything that he's involved with. But what I wanted to comment on is something that I've seen in the classroom. When I do a project with students, especially if we do a large project, sometimes at the end I like to take photographs of them with their work, with their creations. And what you notice is that if they're proud of what they've created, they want their picture taken without hesitation. If they're not proud, they don't want their name on it. They don't want to be associated with it. So what stood out to me was the fact that Ash put himself on the website. He put his photograph on there, which to some people might not be doesn't seem like a very important detail. But to me, it seems very important. It's a statement. It's a statement that he is proud. He wants to be associated with this website. He even put in a paragraph about himself. He put in a paragraph about, who he is, his faith, his children. You don't do that if you're not confident and if you're not proud of your creation. And I think that speaks volumes because, for those of us who have been involved for quite a while, we know all of the bumps in the road. We know the ups and the downs that have been associated with the journey. And one of those things that he has stressed is the fact that sorry, let me turn the windshield wipers off so they're not squeaking. Anyway, so he has had issues with not having complete autonomy. Had, if you want to say, too many chefs in the kitchen previously in our previous part of this journey. But he's very confident, and he's shared with us that he is in control. He's confident in the team that he has now, and I think that shows with his willingness to put his stamp of approval on this next phase in our journey, especially, just by putting his photo out there. You know, we don't put our photo on things that we're not proud of. That's why you see so many people talking about what's coming with this company in this next phase, Victory with Ash, and then eventually in the ultimate, the business. That's why you see so many people like myself talking about it, is that we're proud to be part of it. We're putting our stamp on it, putting our face on it. And I think that speaks volumes. You know, as I mentioned before, we are not dealing with the Wizard of Oz, you know, the man behind the curtain. We're dealing with a real person, a humble person. Our CEO is transparent and accessible. And so those of us who are involved know. You know, if you think about how, if you dated someone who wasn't willing to be seen with you, you probably wouldn't want to date them. You know, there's so many examples we could use, but we are so blessed, so excited, and ready to move forward into Victory with Ash, and also to share it with the world for those who are, you know, maintaining the same vision. So get excited if you're in this family. If you're not, you can be. And I just wanted to share my thoughts. Have a blessed day.